Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Business Ninjas. This is Kelsey here today with Rick Bodey. He's the Chief Marketing Officer at Easy. Rick, welcome to the show.
Yeah, great to be talking with you.
Absolutely, great to have you. So Rick, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a Google ninja, have been for the past decade. But yeah, I just really love all things digital marketing, have helped companies with Silicon Valley with their digital marketing. My last company was a top 8 startup accelerator in the US, featured in Forbes, and now working with Easy, it's just the dream team. And really, this will be my 4th company. The other 3 I've exited. And so really excited, and yeah, I just love all things digital, business strategy,
Yeah.
and I'm a nerd. Yeah.
Sweet, love it. So tell
Yeah.
me, what is Easy?
Yeah, Easy Marketing is the culmination of 2 agencies. One was mine that I ran for many years, did multiple 7 figures, but really, we focused on Google. But with the trend out in the world, disruptive marketing, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, we really saw an opportunity to merge with another vendor partner that really focused in like ClickFunnels and this funnel and growth hacking. So we merged our 2 companies, and really it's just been amazing. So I've been there the last 4 years, and Easy has a great bank of clients, just with huge testimonials, and it's just so awesome to see true partners. Some of our clients are now business partners in other ventures, so it's really cool.
Yeah, so what would you say a problem that Easy could help solve with that they may reach out to you for?
Yeah, the biggest problem is people are looking for somebody they can trust, right? Somebody that can be a trusted advisor and not tell them what they want to hear, but tell them what they need to hear,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like digital strategy, which
Okay.
then relates to SEO, PPC, all the ways to reach your market.
Yeah, totally. So it sounds like, the industry that you're able to serve. Talk to me a little bit about what that looks like.
Yeah. So we work really well in e-commerce and then like high-end lead gen, like lawyers, doctors, plastic surgeons, but then
Okay.
also some more restricted marketing channels like CBD marketing, THC, things that, you have to follow different playbooks. And I love decoding Google algorithms. So
Okay.
like we're really good at things that other people kind of take a pass on.
Yeah, so with that, pardon me. So with that, like that digital strategy, what are some other ways that you're able to stand out from your competition then?
Yeah, a lot of it is experience. Every one of our team members that are heads of department have run their own multiple 7-figure agencies or businesses. And
Yeah.
and so we know what it's like to be a business owner, and we know what it takes to succeed. And we've all come together, all the powers unite, compared
Mhm.
to working individually. And so we've each found what we love to do in the business, and that
Mhm.
really sets us apart. You're talking to business owners,
Mhm.
right? Who understand
Mhm.
KPIs, revenue. I don't care. I
Mhm.
moved up in ranking. I want to know what that means to my bottom line.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So how has the business been able to grow and scale? Because you're talking about having all of this experience within the company and you're bringing
Yeah.
all of these great years of experience all together. How has that been able to culminate and really scale easy?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing is retention. Our clients are, 5+ years. They've even moved from other, agencies that we've worked with in the past because smart
Mhm.
people stay together,
Mhm.
especially when we work with like director of marketing.
Mhm.
I had one client that worked with a startup in Silicon Valley, very successful. Then she moved to another startup, right? And who are they going to hire? The people that helped her achieve before. So, like a referral business is huge,
Yep.
testimonials, and then also just we also do email marketing, ads, being our own best customer,
Mhm.
creating technology and tools. But really, growth is when you deliver,
Mhm.
flawlessly every time, and
Mhm.
people recognize that, and that stands out.
So you talked a little bit about like the e-commerce, the kind of the CBD field. What are some of the verticals that you're able to serve within those industries?
Yeah, so some key standouts that we've seen huge success is lawyers, especially personal injury, because it's super competitive in paid marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, everybody thinks everyone gets the same rate with Google. That's not true. Depending on the best marketers with quality score, you could be paying, half what the competitor's paying.
Mm.
So one example is lawyers. We do really well with lawyers
Yeah.
such as personal injury. E-commerce, you can track every dollar. So if you're spending money with Google Ads, like I can save you money, and then we'll set a growth plan so
Mm-hmm.
that way we can get you authoritatively. So e-commerce is a no-brainer. We have a playbook, really bringing enterprise level software, like cart abandonment, data layers, like to like a mid-tier company, doing that like 5 to 20 million,
Mm-hmm.
where they don't have access to like a data dashboard. So
Yeah.
that's really cool with e-commerce. And then like plastic surgeons or really any high ticket item
Yeah.
that needs nurturing. It's an advanced sales process. We tie into their CRM. So those are the type of customers that like it's a little bit more complex of a sale that
Mm-hmm.
we really exceed in. But
Mm-hmm.
e-commerce, restricted industries,
Okay.
uh, yeah, that's what we focus on.
Yeah, interesting. So say, one of our listeners is listening to our podcast and is really thinking about getting involved with Easy. From kind of
Mhm.
those beginning steps, walk me through what the process looks like of how someone gets onboarded with Easy and then what that looks like for their, like you said, their growth plan.
Yeah, absolutely. So we onboard everybody the same way. It's our build, grow, scale plan. It's a 90-day executable. So month one, we do lean marketing, lean canvas, persona marketing, really understand your business goals because a lot of people are looking for somebody, hey, do you know how to do Facebook ads? Well, everybody does. What's more important is like what channel to do, right? When to do it, like what order and why. So what are the goals? What are you trying to achieve? So setting those expectations in month one are essential. So we
Okay.
have a systematic process, and in the background, we're fixing your data. We're calculating your financials, LTV, business economics. So
Mhm.
that's month one is an interview process. Month two is your digital marketing go-to-market strategy, right? Where we present, hey, here is the opportunity matrix, both short, medium, and long. So that's month two. We really dig into like what is the 12-month executable, and then in the third month, we look at where can we make an impact now, right?
Mhm.
What is the short-term impact in those 30, because the whole goal is those 90 days is to pay for that first engagement and
Right.
set us up for a long-term success. So like one of our clients are in e-commerce, been in business 10 years. We came in there, made some tweaks and we increased their conversion rate, by optimizing their landing pages on their PDP. We increase their click-through rate on their metas, and we call it the multipliers, right? So if you increase the audience, the traffic, that's
Hmm.
one. If you increase the conversion, that's another. And if you increase the retention, the nurture, that's another. So those aren't linear, they compound. So
Hmm.
that's what we look for. So onboarding, we do build, grow, scale. It's systemized 3-month plan. And
Yep.
then after that, we'll show you math. We're very data driven. This is what it's going to take to achieve your goals. Because
Mhm.
everybody's like, I want to achieve X. It's like, cool. What's the data to back that up? What are those assumptions? What do we need to test? What do we need to
Yeah.
validate? And a lot of times, it's surprising, right? It's expectations. And that's why
Mhm.
relationships fail is because people say, sure, of course, we're the best. And it's like, there's no data to back that up. So you got to know your customer acquisition cost, and creating a scalable business model for a company is
Mhm.
huge, right? Like, where
Yeah.
can I put $1 in that equals $10 out? And if you can do
Mhm.
that, I will find hundreds of dollars all day.
Yeah, so talking about, who you're looking to speak to, create those conversions with that. It sounds like you've got a very specific target audience of who you work to, talk with, and for your ideal target audience. Talk to me a little bit about what that may look like for you.
Yeah, we normally work with either the CEO, the
Hmm.
CMO, or the director of marketing. And
Okay.
basically, the biggest struggles of that persona is, I can't grow anymore, right? I've maxed out a channel, so they're looking for channel diversification. The other one is I don't have the data to steer the ship and make decisions, right? So you need like a data dashboard, big data, similar to what Domo, but now we use Google Data Studios. So like giving them, they love seeing that like stock market type approach where they can log in anytime, see the KPIs, see the business metrics, and then really just being a trusted partner to scale their team. Like a lot of people, they don't have expertise in funnel marketing. They don't have expertise in email. So being able to augment that team is just a game changer. And then just being a partner. So those three people are who we make rock stars. And really the director of marketing is who we follow from company to company.
Oh, okay. Because, like you said, people are more likely to engage with people that they know have had a successful, relationship in the past. So you said a lot of your work is done by referrals. What are other ways that you're able to, reach new potential clients or, continue to increase revenue with existing clients?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll tackle the easy one. Increased revenue existing clients is partnerships, right? So we just started, it's being that networker, right? So we have one client that's a supplement manufacturer. It's a great success, drove them from 0 to 20K MRR, in a matter, just a year or so. Another company, plastic surgeon focusing on women's health, we've 6 times their business, right, in 2 years. And so what we did was we said, hey, how do we partner these two companies to provide women's health supplements for the doctor, right? And have her be the voice and the influencer. And she's already got the cash because like she's already moved location twice, she's grown. So they really trust in us. And then we create a partnership between the 3 companies and everybody wins. So that's really how we add revenue, are those partnership opportunities. And then how we reach new people is, Google ads, Facebook ads, email marketing. We're doing this new thing called account-based marketing, which is just a game changer, right? It's like the Amazon approach is they see a Facebook ad, then they see a Google ad on display, and then you get an email, then you get a voicemail in your voice box. So it's really, blitzing them and really targeting that perfect client and providing value, not spamming them, being like, hey, I can help you. Here's how we connect. We went to college together, just really finding that real connection, the same way you build a business offline.
Are there specific size companies that you see that Easy works better with, or does it really run the gamut?
No, there's definitely a sweet spot. So we prefer to work with people who have numbers, right? So that is normally that $1 to $10 million range, right? And we have some that go up to as high as 60. But really, that 1 to 10, I can easily take you from like 3 to 8 million or a year in revenue. That means you got a small team, like you're very invested. It's normally, founders involved. So that is awesome. Startups, we've seen a lot of success, but the problem is the reality is 9 out of 10 startups fail within the first year, and online the numbers are even worse. So that reality, unless you're funded as a startup, you do better to do hustle marketing, growth hacking. I can't come in, pull a few levers and make you a hero. Like it is a commitment, right? And I love coming in and being like, your last guy did not know what he was talking about. I'm going to press 2 things and make you $1 million, right? And so that's what I love.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So obviously I can definitely hear the passion behind your voice. And like you said, you're not a magician. You can't wave a magic wand. However, with data, data doesn't lie. And it sounds like, you're able to take a deep dive into that data and really find, how to work magic within companies.
Yes. I like I said, I'm a nerd. So like I have a finance MBA, published in data analysis for the stock market.
There you go.
And so I love decoding Google patterns. I have a mastermind outside of work. So like we get together and we're like trading tips. We all got companies and it's just super fun. It's like I say, when I was younger, I used to hack computers and that was cool in the 90s, but now I hack Google and it's the same thing. It's just not illegal, right? So super fun and get to help people. So absolutely. But data don't lie, right? And that is such a problem. When you can't move the goalposts month to month, the conversation changes. Right now, everybody's asking their marketing director, and they're changing the KPIs every month. It's like, how are you going to run a business? Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's ranking this month. Now it's traffic. Now it's,
Mm-hmm.
the impression views. It's like, if you don't know your KPIs that are going to lead to
Yeah.
revenue, you're never going to get there.
Yeah. I had somebody say, you can't get over the line if you don't know where the line is.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, yeah. Well, my business partner Ross, he was an executive at GE, and Jack Welch. She reported to Jack Welch. She said, you can't fix what you can't measure, right? And
Yeah.
so that's step number one.
Yep. Yep. Those KPIs are so important. So, talk to me a little bit about, your marketing strategy because it sounds like you've got a very specific target audience and a very specific kind of like ideal customer profile. So, talk to me
Uh-huh.
about, the benefits of content marketing and what that looks like at Easy.
Yeah, content marketing is huge. A lot of it is just establishing that credibility and collapsing the timeline of sales.
Mm-hmm.
So a normal sales process, and as the price goes up, it takes longer, but it takes about 10 hours of connection, real connection with a person before they open their wallet. And so
Mm-hmm.
what we've found with content marketing, that doesn't have to be one-on-one. That can be video, that could be reading your blog, that could be reading
Mm-hmm.
reviews, that could be talking to other clients, reading case studies. So our goal is always like, how do we get to those 10 hours as fast as
Yeah.
possible to
Yeah.
really collapse that timeline? Give value first. Something that I learned a long time ago is you lead with your best stuff first. Give it away. Because after that,
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows you're real. Everybody else is trying to do that secret tip or that one thing. It's like, no, here's the real deal. You
Mm-hmm.
need all the newest tech. You need a Google
Mm-hmm.
data dashboard. Go back to basics. And
Yep.
so that's what we really lead with.
Yeah, that's really interesting. You say that the 10 hours of points of contact. So with us, we always say the National Sales Executive Association put out data saying that 80% of sales are made within the fifth to the 12th point of contact. So that 10 hours that you're saying is interesting. That
Uh,
we call it the 80% of, when the sales are made between that fifth and the 12th contact, which is why we say, like exactly like you said, building that trust, building that authority in your space to build credibility is so important.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
Yeah, yeah. So what if we had a listener listening right now, where would they be able to best engage with Easy?
Yeah, you just go to our website,
Okay.
easy.com, fill out the form, call us, we'll answer. You can also find us on all the socials, LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm Rick Bodey, RickBodey, everywhere. I secured that back in the 2000s.
There you
So
go.
if they want to get a hold of me, like you can definitely reach us. But our website's the best. You can see case studies and white papers and like, yeah, we'll take a look quick, for free, 10-minute call, see if we can help. Not everybody's a good fit, but if we can
Yeah.
help, we'll definitely help
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
refer you to a partner that might be a good fit. We have a huge network.
That's fantastic. That network of partnerships is so important. And it also sounds like that's what has helped you been able to scale the business as well.
Oh, 100%,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, sweet. So, Rick, if you were to leave our listeners with one piece of information, either about Easy, about the industry and the space, what would that be?
Know your numbers.
Mm.
If you don't know what your customer acquisition costs, your lifetime value, your churn, your average order value, get
Mm.
with your accountant and get those numbers.
Mm.
And the other piece is validate your data. Make
Mm.
sure you have Google Analytics tracking,
Yep.
Google Tag Manager, and find someone to get away from Google Analytics reports and get to Google data dashboards. It's
Mm.
free and it's a game changer. When
Yeah.
you set the KPIs, set it all up, and they can't change, it will skyrocket your business because you will measure month over month and see progress. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the biggest thing is you got to hold people
Absolutely.
accountable because they will do the littlest for the for the most money. And so you gotta
Right.
keep tabs on your people. You got to guide your business. You got to be the visionary, and you got to
Right.
have data. You got to have data to drive that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And for those listening who, don't necessarily understand that everything that Rick said, that's why you need to talk to him. That's why you need to talk to Easy. And that's why
There you
you want to make
go.
sure that you're working with the best partners, data driven. Rick, this has been a great conversation. I loved kind of you explaining digital marketing services, all of the ins and outs of Google with your expertise. And like I said, how data driven Easy is because like you said, numbers don't lie. So, Rick,
Exactly.
thanks for being on Business Ninjas.
Thank you so much.